Hey everyone, I'm Colin, and today I'm joined by
Autumn.
and we spent our own money and a number of hours building and playing with the new 2024 LEGO Modular Natural History Museum.
Yep, we sure did.
And because of that, we can tell you 3 things we don't think you know about this year's Modular. We love modular buildings here, and we wanted to make a unique video. Instead of rambling on, we wanted to give you a more concise review of the set. So yes, it's a bit of a review, but we want to make it interesting for you. So let's get into it.
Did you know that there are almost 700 tiles in the museum?
Yep, there are a ton of tiles, and when you build this set, you notice right away because much of the sidewalk and of course the lower level is full of tiles.
I really like the pattern on the floor.
Me too. And did you know that there's only one other modular building that has more tiles than this set right here? You want to guess which one that is?
The PlayStation?
Good guess, but no, it is not. It is actually the assembly square. However, the museum is right about average in terms of the percent of its pieces that are tiles. Check out this figure that we made that looks at the statistic for all modular buildings. The average is just under 18%, and the museum is pretty close to that.
Which one is the most?
It turns out that the downtown diner is the modular with the highest percentage of pieces that are tiles. And I know, Autumn, you like that because you're a big fan of that modular, aren't you?
Yes.
Now, Autumn, while we're talking about pieces, are there any others that jump out to you?
The tan candle pieces, there are so many of them around the window.
For sure. There are also the 16 black rounded corner windows that are new in this color, and while the window frames we get in dark brown aren't new, we do get a lot of them, including 30 of the 1x2x3 windows. They're surrounded by those wonderful tan candle pieces.
I also like bricks and brick.
Yeah, especially in olive green, there are over 400 bricks or modified bricks in that color here in the museum. And if you are a fan of 1x6 bricks, check it out. There are 130 1x6 bricks in this set, which is more than every other set that includes that piece in LEGO's history combined.
I don't normally like olive green, but next to the tan and white around it, it looks pretty nice.
Yeah. Plus, there are a lot of great olive green and dark brown plates, some of which make their debut in this set.
Such as the 3x3 corner plate in both colors and the 2x2 corner plate in olive green.
And more rounded plates, like the 1x3 and 1x4 that are still pretty rare, plus those candle pieces in light gray on the back of the set. And the bottom line is that just like every modular we've ever gotten, you'll find plenty of pieces that will pique your interest. So delayed gratification is a bit more nuanced and subjective than the first point that we just made, but it's definitely relevant here.
How so?
Well, when I build modulars, usually I'm blown away by the building techniques and the nice parts usage throughout the build, especially starting at the lower levels. In this one though, when you get to the roof, that's I think when everything really unlocks in terms of really cool building techniques.
I like the Brachiosaurus skeleton a lot, plus the solar system, the world map, the layers of the Earth's display, the microscope, the mini LEGO sets, and the stairs are super cool.
Those are all really good options, especially with Chris McVeigh, the set designer, using these 45-degree roofing slopes for the stairs. The build itself for that wasn't too complex, but the piece usage was incredible. I also want to highlight the columns, which are built using 1x1 bricks with studs on all 4 sides, 2x-N jumper plates, and tiles. Unlike the columns in the town hall, these connect directly to the facade, which strengthens them significantly given their height.
So, was the build disappointing?
Maybe a little bit. I think in part because I and we as LEGO fans have such high expectations for what modulars deliver. We want a beautiful display piece. We want a set that has great interior details, fascinating part usage and building techniques, and roll up into one neat package that it can be a little bit hard to deliver. I actually think that the museum here in that regard could be a little bit of a victim of the overall line's success. But that's where the delayed gratification comes in. Aside from the interior details, I found the build, yeah, indeed, to be a bit underwhelming at times. The window detailing was solid, but not all that unique from some previous modulars. Other than the aforementioned columns, the snot work on the exterior was limited, with one exception being toward the base of the ground floor windows.
But the roof is different?
Absolutely. Perhaps it was the change in architecture to a more Gothic style, but as soon as you build the roof, you get some pretty interesting builds. There's the way the little statues are constructed, the skylights, which are, I think, among the best skylights in modular history, in my opinion, and the dome.
What makes the dome so special?
Constructing rounded shapes in Lego is always a challenge, but snot techniques help. That's what the set designer did here. With the use of brackets, rounded slopes, and tiles placed on hinges, we get a really nice looking dome, although your mother disagrees slightly with that.
And there's also the little office with a skylight in the roof.
And that is next level building, being able to provide a little bit of a twist at the end of the build by placing some windows on their side to form the top of the curator's office.
I named the curator Boss Joe.
Okay.
And I also really like the roofing trim.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, the way that they take those white ingots and flip them on their sides, I thought was really creative. Now, I know this may not be the glitziest item that we talk about, but I think it's cool to see references in a modular building to previous modular buildings. I think it shows the thought, the attention, and level of detail that goes into preparing a set like this.
The donut under the stairs is fun, and it reminds me of the police station with the donut shop right next to it.
Exactly, yeah, that's a good point. And here are some other little Easter eggs.
There are the cookies that could be from the smuggler in the detective's office.
Ooh, and don't forget my favorite, the little hole in the baseboard created by using a 1x3 arch and adding some cheese under the floor. That's reminiscent of the Green Grocer, which has a hole in the wall and some cheese, plus a rat. And there's no rat in the museum. And I'm also wondering if maybe the set designer used this little Easter egg on purpose or if it was incidental.
There are so many different fun details to this set. There are dinosaur bones under the floor, a cool microscope, miniature Lego sets, a rocket, maps, the downspout pipe that is dripping water, and more.
And don't forget the petrified poop.
Dad!
All right, well, it is a fun little detail, and that's what Lego modulars, I think, are all about, right? They have these little details sprinkled throughout, and the builds are fun, and this set certainly delivers when it comes to that. So, Autumn, how would you rate this set?
A 10. I love it, and it's so cool. What's your rating?
I'm going to give it, you know what, as a Lego set, I'm going to give it a 9. I think it represents a really good value. You get great pieces, some fun details like we just mentioned, and I think that is really what Lego sets are about. But if I were rating this as a modular building, I'd lower it a little bit. In fact, I'd probably give it around a 7, average for modular building, because the build wasn't quite as rigorous. There's this open wall, like it doesn't go all the way up to the top for the bathroom. It's really weird to me. Like you can lift the bathroom wall, but it doesn't go all the way up to the roof, which I'd feel really uncomfortable if I was using a bathroom like that, right? So I think for some of those reasons, I would make it a little bit more of an average rating for a modular.
You betrayed me.
Look, I gotta be honest, okay? I just gotta be honest. I'm telling people the way it is. It's an independent review. I'm not going to just kind of sugarcoat everything if I don't like it entirely. So that's what we'll do with that. So thank you so much, by the way, for watching this independent review of the Modular Natural History Museum. Before you go, check out some of our other fun content. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel and make sure you like this video because you won't want to miss the other modular content we've got coming out over the next few weeks. Again, thanks for watching, and always remember to
Keep building together.